Picture this for a second. You open your eyes, no loud alarm, no rush, just a soft morning light peeking through the curtains. You sit up slowly, no aches, no groans, just calm. Your feet touch the floor. You stand, steady, strong, peaceful. Now tell me, what if the way you wake up each morning is quietly telling the story of how long, and how well, you're going to live? I'm not talking about fancy diets or impossible routines. I mean the simple things. The little habits you barely even notice. The ones you do, or don't do, before breakfast. They may not seem like much, but they might just be the clues your body's giving you, that you're on the path to living past 90. Let me ask you this, have you ever met someone in their 90s or even over 100, and thought, what's their secret? Is it genes? Maybe. But more often than not, it's how they live. And a big part of that? It starts in the morning. See, most people think long life comes from big changes. But that's not always true. The truth is, it's the quiet rituals, the small, daily choices that shape our health far more than we realize. And here's the thing no one tells you. Your morning routine is one of the most powerful predictors of how well you'll age. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 5 powerful, science-backed morning habits that people who live into their 90s tend to share. Not guesses. Not internet fads. Real habits backed by research and lived by some of the longest living folks in the world. And habit number 4? It's so simple, it takes just 30 seconds. But it can tell you more about your body's future than most doctor visits. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to empower you. Because if you're watching this right now, I know you care about living not just longer, but better. Stronger. Clearer. With more peace, more purpose, and more love for the life you've got. So, before we dive in, do something for me. Leave a quick comment below and type "Longevity starts now" if you're ready to take small steps that lead to big changes. And if this kind of wisdom means something to you, if you believe in the power of daily choices and caring for yourself and your loved ones with intention, hit that subscribe button and join our family here at Elderly Wisdom Guide. This is more than a video, it's a conversation about living well, aging gracefully, and building a morning routine that just might carry you to 90 and beyond. Let's get into it. Habit number 1, waking up without an alarm. Let me tell you about someone, Mr. Jenkins. He's 94 years old. Still tends his garden. Still takes long walks. Still sharp as a tack. And here's the part that surprises most people, he hasn't used an alarm clock in over 30 years. Not once. Every morning, just before sunrise, his eyes open on their own. No jarring beeps. No frantic reaching for a snooze button. Just a quiet, peaceful start to the day. His body knows when it's time. And that, right there, is your first powerful habit. Waking up naturally. Without an alarm. Now, you might be thinking, so what? What does that even mean? Well, it means a lot. You see, when your body consistently wakes up without being forced, it's a sign that your circadian rhythm, your internal body clock, is in perfect sync. And when your circadian rhythm is aligned, so is almost everything else in your body. Your brain, sharper. Your immune system, stronger. Your mood, more stable. Your heart, protected. Scientists have been studying long-living populations, people who thrive into their 90s and beyond, and you know what they find again and again? These folks have deep sleep routines, consistent sleep cycles, and natural wake-up rhythms. But here's the thing. Most people have it backwards. They think waking up early is the golden ticket. You hear it all the time, early bird gets the worm. But that's only part of the truth. The real secret? It's not when you wake up, it's how. Because waking up to a blaring alarm, dragging yourself out of bed groggy and disoriented, isn't healthy. That's called sleep inertia, and it messes with your brain, your blood pressure, and your mood, especially as you age. So, what can you do? Start small. Try going to bed just 15 minutes earlier each night for a few days. Notice when your body starts waking up on its own. And when you do wake up, don't rush. Don't grab your phone. Just pause. Breathe. Let your body adjust. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. You feel more clear-headed. More grounded. More, you. And that's the kind of morning that builds a life that stretches far beyond 90. But here's the thing, waking up well is only the beginning. Because once you're up, what you do next. That's what sets the tone for your entire day. And habit number 2? It's something nearly every 90-year-old I've spoken to swears by, but most people completely ignore it. Let's talk about it. Drinking water before anything else. There's a woman in Okinawa, Japan. She's 101 years old. Still walks to the market. Still laughs with her neighbors. Still remembers stories from when she was a teenager. And when someone asked her what she does every single morning, without fail, she smiled and said, warm water. Always warm water first. No fancy green juice. No protein shake. Not even tea. Just a simple cup of warm water to greet the day. And that's your second habit, drink water before anything else. Now, let me tell you why that's so powerful. When you sleep, your body goes hours, 6, 7, even 8, without any fluids. That's a long time to go without hydration. By the time you wake up, you're already running low, especially as we age, when our body's thirst signals start to dull. Think of your body like a car engine. Would you ever drive a car without oil in the tank? That first glass of water? That's your oil. It jumpstarts your entire system. Your digestion, your brain, even your mood. There's real science behind this too. Studies show that drinking water right after waking up boosts organ function, supports healthy bowel movements, and even enhances cognitive performance, helping with memory, alertness, and focus. And if you're someone who deals with constipation, brain fog, fatigue, this one tiny habit can make a world of difference. But here's where most folks go wrong. They say, I'll grab a cup of coffee first. We've all been there. But coffee, especially on an empty stomach, can actually dehydrate you further and mess with your blood sugar and digestion. Water, on the other hand, prepares your system. It lines the gut. It tells your body, we're safe. We're waking up. Let's get moving. And it doesn't have to be a big production. Just do what the Okinawan woman does. Before your feet even touch the floor in the morning, reach for a small glass. Take a few slow sips. Let your body absorb it. If you like, warm it up a bit. Lukewarm water is gentler on your stomach, especially first thing. Over time, this simple ritual becomes something sacred. It's a way of saying, today, I choose to care for myself. And that choice, day after day, adds up. Because hydration fuels the body. But the next habit? That one fuels your mind. It's something most people brush off as woo-woo or unnecessary, but those who live past 90, they swear it keeps them focused, grounded, and emotionally strong. Let's take a closer look. Habit number 3, a moment of mental stillness. There's a man I once met named Arthur. He was 92, living alone, but you'd never guess it. His home was tidy, his eyes bright, his thoughts clear. He didn't rush, didn't stress, didn't forget where he left his keys. When I asked him what kept his mind so sharp, he leaned in a little and said, every morning, before I do anything, I sit in silence. No distractions. No background TV. No phone. Just quiet. Arthur said he sits by his window, hand on his chest, and breathes 5 times, slowly. Sometimes he prays. Sometimes he just listens to the birds. And you know what? There's deep wisdom in that stillness. A moment of mental stillness, just a few minutes to center yourself before the day begins. And here's why it matters. In the early hours of the morning, your brain is in a delicate state. You're shifting from deep sleep into alertness, and what you feed your mind in that window can shape your whole day. Science backs this up. Studies show that even 2 to 5 minutes of stillness, through slow breathing, gentle reflection, or even prayer, can reduce your cortisol levels, the stress hormone that wreaks havoc on your body over time. It also boosts brain plasticity, your brain's ability to learn, adapt, and stay resilient. That's right, stillness actually makes your brain more flexible and young. Now, you might think, meditation? I'm not good at that. I can't sit still that long. But here's the thing, this isn't about sitting cross-legged for 30 minutes with incense burning. It's about giving your mind a moment to catch up with your body. It's about starting your day with intention instead of reaction. You don't need silence, a special room, or even a cushion. Try this, before you check your phone. Before you turn on the news. Just place your hand gently over your heart. Feel the warmth there. Take 5 slow breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your body settle. Feel your mind clear. That's it. Simple. But powerful. And when you do this daily, you'll notice the change. Your thoughts become calmer. Your reactions slower. You respond with patience, not panic. You carry a sense of calm with you, through breakfast, through errands, even through unexpected challenges. It's like building emotional armor for the day. And that emotional resilience? It adds years to your life. But more importantly, it adds life to your years. Because calming the mind is one of the most overlooked gifts we can give ourselves. But now, let's talk about something that might surprise you. It's small. It's quick. And it only takes 30 seconds, but it could literally change the way your body ages. Let's dive into habit #4. The 30-second balance challenge. You've probably never thought much about standing on one foot. Maybe it seems like something kids do for fun, or part of a silly game. But what if I told you that one small act, done for just 30 seconds each morning, could quietly predict whether you'll live past 90? Not a gimmick. Not a myth. Actual science. Researchers from around the world, including a well-known study from Brazil, discovered something remarkable. Older adults who couldn't balance on one leg for at least 30 seconds were more than twice as likely to face serious health issues, or even premature death, within the next 10 years. Yes, you heard that right. Just 30 seconds, standing on one foot. Let that sink in. Now, think about it, balance isn't just about steady feet. It's your coordination, your leg strength, your core, and even your neurological health all working together. Your inner ear, your brain, your joints, everything must stay connected and alert. That's why balance is a quiet test of vitality. It shows whether your body's systems are still in sync. And here's the kicker, most people don't even realize how bad their balance has become, until they fall. And for seniors, one fall can change everything. But it doesn't have to get that far. Now, let's clear something up. A lot of folks think balance is something you either have or don't. Or that it only matters if you're athletic. But that's a big misunderstanding. Balance is trainable. It's a skill. And like any skill, it gets sharper with practice, or weaker with neglect. That's where this simple habit comes in. Each morning, before breakfast, before emails. Just stand on one foot for 30 seconds. Switch feet. Use the kitchen counter for support if you need it. This isn't a test of pride. It's a check-in with your body. And as the days go by, you'll start to notice. You feel more grounded. Your steps are more stable. You're less afraid of falling. More confident when walking, climbing stairs, or getting up from a chair. And here's the real gift: as your balance improves, so does your independence. And isn't that what we all want as we age? To stay active, steady, and in control of our own lives? This habit takes less than a minute. But the benefits? They ripple through the rest of your day, and your life. Now, you've tuned your body. You've cared for your mind. But there's still one more morning habit to go, one that touches something deeper than your muscles or memory. This next habit tells us if your soul is still dancing, even if the body moves a little slower. Habit number 5, expressing gratitude or connection. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you started your morning with the words, "Thank you"? Not out loud. Not for show. Just, quietly, from the heart. It's something many elders over 90 have in common. They don't wake up thinking about what's missing, or what hurts. They wake up grateful, for the breath in their lungs, for another sunrise. For the simple gift of being here. One man I spoke with, 95 years old and sharp as a tack, told me, every morning, before I even open my eyes all the way, I whisper a little thank you. I thank life for not giving up on me, and I promise not to give up on it. That right there is a habit that costs nothing, but changes everything. See, science has now confirmed what our grandparents knew all along: gratitude is medicine. And I'm not being poetic. Real, measurable effects. Gratitude reduces cortisol, the stress hormone. It lowers blood pressure. It strengthens your immune system. It even helps you sleep better at night and feel more energized during the day. All that, from a simple, thank you. And here's the thing, most people think gratitude is just being optimistic or having a sunny personality. But it's more than mindset. It's a daily practice. And when practiced regularly, it rewires the brain. Yes, literally. MRI scans show that regular gratitude boosts activity in areas of the brain linked to joy, empathy, and emotional regulation. In other words, people who practice gratitude don't just feel better, they become more resilient. More emotionally grounded. More connected to the world around them. And connection. That's what we all need most as we age, isn't it? So, here's a simple way to make this a habit: keep a small notebook by your bed. Each morning, write down one thing you're thankful for. It can be anything: a warm blanket, a good dream, your family, your health, or just the fact that the coffee pot still works. Or if writing isn't your thing, try this: send a quick text or voice message to someone you love. Just a "good morning" or "thinking of you today." You'd be amazed how far a kind word travels. How healing it is, for you and for them. Because at the end of the day, gratitude isn't just about feeling good. It's about feeling alive. It reminds you that even on the hard days, even with the aches and the worries, there's still so much to be thankful for. Now that we've gone through all 5 habits, from how you wake up, to how you balance, to how you connect with your own heart, let's take a step back. Because this isn't just about routines or rituals. It's about what they represent. Let's talk about what this all really means for your life. Now take a moment and just breathe. Because realizing that these 5 simple morning habits, these quiet, ordinary choices, can actually predict how long and how well you live. It can feel like a lot. Overwhelming, even. You might be thinking, can it really be this simple? And the truth is, yes. And also no. Because while these habits are simple, the meaning behind them is profound. They're not just actions. They're reflections of how in tune you are with your body, with your mind, with your life. And that awareness, that quiet knowing, it's one of the greatest gifts of growing older. You see, this journey, it's not about trying to cling to youth. It's not about wrinkle creams or chasing steps on a pedometer. No. It's about honoring the strength, the wisdom, the grace that comes with age. It's about saying, my life still matters. My mornings still count. My body and mind still deserve care. Because even if you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, it is never too late to start living with intention. And here's what I want you to remember, you don't need to do all 5 of these habits tomorrow. You don't need to become a new person overnight. All it takes is one step. One small change. Maybe tomorrow, you wake up and skip the alarm. Or drink a glass of water before your coffee. Maybe you pause before the news, and just breathe. Or test your balance while brushing your teeth. Or write down one thing, just one, that makes you feel thankful. Let it be simple. Let it be enough. Because the path to a long, vibrant life doesn't start with a prescription, it starts with presence. And if you're sitting here, listening, thinking about your own mornings, about the way your day begins, and how it makes you feel, then you've already taken that first step. You're paying attention. You're choosing awareness over autopilot. And that is powerful. I want to leave you with this, no matter your age, no matter your health. You are not powerless. You have more control than you think. These habits, tiny as they seem, are seeds. And with time, care, and consistency, they grow. Into clarity. Into strength. Into years filled not just with time, but with life. So, try one. Just one. Let tomorrow morning be the start of something beautiful. Let it be a quiet promise to yourself, I am worth this. My life is still unfolding. And I will show up for it, with love. Because even the smallest habit, practiced with heart, can change the rest of your life. So, let's bring it all together. 5 small habits, 5 quiet choices. That could whisper something powerful about your future. To recap, wake naturally, without an alarm. Hydrate your body, before anything else. Pause for a moment of mental stillness, before the day gets loud. Balance on one foot, just 30 seconds to check in with your body. And begin your day with gratitude, or connection to someone you love. These aren't rules. They're invitations. To live with just a little more intention, a little more grace, and a whole lot more life. And now I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these habits do you already do? Which one will you try tomorrow morning? Go ahead, scroll down and let me know in the comments. I read them. And I promise, your story could inspire someone else today. If this video gave you something to think about, something to feel, maybe even something to change, give it a like. And if you're not already part of our little community here at Elderly Wisdom Guide, I'd love for you to join us. This channel isn't about flashy trends or impossible health routines. It's about you. Your strength. Your experience. Your right to thrive at every age. We turn years into wisdom, and wisdom into power. So hit subscribe, and come along for more stories, tips, and truths that honor the beauty of aging well. And finally, just this, stay wise. Stay well. And remember, your mornings are powerful. Your breath is powerful. Your life is powerful. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'll see you again soon, right here, on Elderly Wisdom Guide.